To all you people who say y'all want to level up, the question is this: what's holding you back? What's holding you back? I know the answer, and I think you know the answer. And I'm talking to myself too. I'm in this too. That's why that thing hit hard. It was like, whoa. The only thing holding me back is me. The things that I allow to distract me. The decisions I decide not to make that I know I need to make to go to that next level. It's me. And I'm hoping you coming to the same conclusion as I just came to, that it's you that's holding you back. And what you have to do when this is all over, when I'm done with this show, it said it wasn't time to go. I had to say this to you. When it's all said and done, go look at yourself in the mirror. Look yourself in the eyes. And I know it's difficult. I know looking at yourself in the eyes is a little awkward. You feel a little funny. Let me tell you something. Nothing great comes to you without discomfort. Diamonds are made through what? Discomfort, agitation, irritation, manipulation. That's how diamonds are made. I mean, just a little mustard seed you put in the ground. In order for that bud to come out, it's got to break out of that seed. Discomfort. See, it's been too long and it's been programmed into us that we should run away from things that are hard. No, we should be running towards the hard stuff to learn it. Point I was making is it's not too late to do what you say you want to do. Those great things. It's never too late. The only time it's too late is when it's your funeral. That's when it's too late. It's never too late. You're never too old. You're never too weak to do anything. And the only reason why you feel like you're weak is because you believe you're weak. The only reason why you believe you can't do it is because you believe you can't do it. That's it. The only obstacle in your way is you and your own misguided ideas about yourself. I've always told you that the only adversary, the only devil, the only Satan that's lying to you is that self, that you, that says that you can't get it done. That's the liar. That duality that sometimes we present in ourselves. We present that. We represent that we cannot do things because we're either too young, too old, too weak, too strong. It's always too something. Those are the things. That's the entity that's holding you back. That's the person, that alter ego, the false you. Peace, 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 prosperity, and extreme wealth to everyone. I know it's been a minute. I haven't done a show. I didn't do a show, I believe, last Tuesday. Not sure if I did or not. So much has gone on since last Tuesday. Since man, it's so much. And all good things. Let's put it like that. You know, just all good things. Um, Give me a second. I must text someone real quick, and let me turn that little sound off too. Let me just close out the whole window. I didn't do a show Sunday. I didn't do a show the Sunday before. So it's like you missed a couple of shows. It's like feel like your whole month done gone by. You know, like whoa. So I said it's Wednesday. I'm gonna do a show. I know I don't normally do a show on Wednesday, but I owe you guys something. I feel like I owe you something. So this past weekend, I went on to do some work and vacation at the same time. Um, Someone gave me the privilege to officiate their wedding down in Miami, Florida. That's what I went to go do this weekend. And at the same time, took my daughter. We used it as an opportunity to get away and get some time off. And I'm going to tell you, I've had a lot of vacations. Like y'all have heard me over the years, I've gone places. But I'm telling you, this is my first time ever in Miami, Florida, ever. I've never been there before. But from the moment I got there, my buddy Javier, he picked me up from the airport. From that moment to the time I left, I felt like I was like a second home, like that was home. Like I forgot about I had a home to go to. Like, that's because of the the how do I'm trying to put this the best way I can. I guess it's simple. They made me feel like I was family. You know, treated me like royalty. Just every step of the way. Not only did he treat me like that, his family, his fiance before she got married. This is his wife, his wife Nicole. Like family, and because they treated me like family, their family treated me like family. I didn't feel like I was an outsider. And here's the crazy part. Some of you might find this crazy. They were all Latinos. They spoke Spanish, and some of them only spoke Spanish. So, but through that language barrier, we were still able to communicate. I wasn't looked down upon because I didn't speak English. I mean, I didn't speak Spanish. And that's something us here in this country as Westerners or North Americans, we have a low tolerance for people who speak other languages. And we like, you need to speak English because you're in America. Well, their country is America too, just a different part. Got Central, South America, North America. And if you keep it real, if you really want to get technical, English language is a foreign language to the North American continent. It's a foreign language. It's a hostile takeover language for this area. They didn't speak English here. So that's ignorance when people talk like that. But anyway, the language they're speaking is the original language. Spanish, Latin. Yes. Y'all do know the majority of the world speaks some form of Espanol. Y'all better do y'all studies. Well, in the law, the Latin is the language, which is another form of Espanol. See, when you hear these ignorant statements by some of these people that, English this and English that, And I'll be honest, English is one of the worst languages you can speak anyway, because one word can mean 20 different things. But anyway, let's move on from that. Back to the experience, because that's what it was. It was an experience. Like I said, from the moment I got there, I felt like I was at home. I was welcome, me and my daughter. Although they come from a different culture. It's so many stories I can share, but I want to I want to point out some things, because here in America we're not grateful. We're not thankful for the things that we've come up in. The advantages and the privileges that we have at our disposal. See, the media likes to paint a certain group of people. You know, they only do that with the Latin community, the Latino community. They only do this with them. Oh, they come over, they call them names, they do this and did that, and they coming in, they're bringing their criminal behavior. I I was around a lot of people from the Latin culture, and none of them was criminals. Did they get in trouble? Did some people get in trouble with the law at times? Yes, I've gotten in trouble with the law at times myself. Shoot, you can get into trouble with the law around here easy, just driving your car. So that doesn't mean anything. I mean, I left my belongings around out in the open. No one touched it or tried to take it from me. I didn't feel like I had to hide my stuff and protect my belongings, because that's how good a vibe it was. And I can't say the same thing for some of my own people that have this same complexion. I can't say the same thing. I'm not saying one community is better than the other. What I'm trying to say is we have to in order to understand people, you have to be around them, be surrounded with them, because they all have a story. And I heard many stories. I heard many stories of how what it took to get into this country. I've heard stories, relationship stories, like the couple that I married, Javier and Nicole. I heard their story. And I'm gonna tell you that listening to their story, I learned from them. Now I'm older than them, but I learned from listening to them. And the level of enlightenment and spirituality in the both of them, I have no problem I have no reservations or worries about whether their relationship is going to last. I am fully confident that they're going to have a long lasting marriage, because the key components was in this relationship. There was a couple of main components. Number one, for the man, the consideration and adoration and love he had for his wife, and just the consideration and just that alone. And then with her, the respect that she had for him. Outward respect, and outwardly able to what do you call, how do I want to say this? Be able to say or explain or admit how important he was to her in her life. And I think that's what I learned. See, you can learn from anybody at any age. Doesn't matter. Like I said, I'm still learning. I know a lot, but I still have a lot to know, get to know. I have a lot to learn. I still got a long process and journey to get to learning some things. And I learned a whole lot this weekend. I spent, usually I'm hanging around people and I'm spending a lot of time talking, explaining, teaching things. I didn't have to do that this weekend. And it felt great to just be able to be around and just listen and learn and watch and just, I was truly started to appreciate my upbringing more just listening to some of the stories. I talked to one gentleman who said he got here by way of a raft and had to leave his family behind. Why did he come here? See, they make fun. Oh, they come over here on these things, these apparatuses, they make fun. But you got to understand why they are doing this. Because where they live is the conditions are so bad that they gotta do something. And they come over here, they're not doing it for just themselves. They coming to make money to send back home. And I've worked with people from Portugal, not Portugal, Spain, Venezuela, and different countries. I worked with them back when I used to work for Time Warner or Comcast. And they all had the same story. They were there, listen, I have to make like I remember one guy, can't remember his name, really nice guy. He was from Venezuela. And 1 week his check, he didn't get his money. Let me tell you the story. I was taking over a whole community of Ackworth, Georgia. Ackworth, Georgia. We had to bring the cable over to Comcast. They had a local cable company. And one of the young ladies, Jill, who worked in the office, called me up and said, hey, I got these basic cable customers that are not willing to upgrade. I need tech numbers to put the orders in so that you guys can get credit. So I said, well, take the orders. And it was a lot. It was like 300 customers. It might have been more. But so that represents, we would get paid $30 per customers, split 300 up between, at that time I had 10 guys and including myself 11 working this project. So I said, split the 300 up between them. It might have been more. I think I'm understanding. I think it was more like 1,000 or something. Well, anyway, long story. So how many customers, I said, take all of my guys and evenly as best you can, split them up between all of my guys. Now, me being the leader of the project, the project manager who was over the project, I didn't have to split that with my guys. It was not work they were going to go do. The people already had the basic cable hooked up already. So I could have took all of that money and just put it in my pocket and say, yeah, just put it under my tech number and not told them anything. But I said, no. I said, take everybody on my team that's working this team and split it up between all of us. So she did that, So me being who I am, told my then higher up boss at the time, hey, Jill called me and said she had all these basic cable customers. And I told her just split it between the guys. He was like, oh, all right. But I didn't know I was talking to the devil at the time. Me being who I am, I'm honest. I'm covering myself. Hey, this is what's going on. These are basic cables, customers that's not wanting to upgrade, but they need to get switched over. And since we're working a project, she just wanted to make sure who gets credit for it. So we did that. She gave it to all of us. Bam. So I was going to Jamaica on vacation for 7 days. I processed the payroll. I'm gonna get back to this gentleman who was from Venezuela. This all leads up to him. All leads up to the reason why I'm telling it leads up to him. So I go on vacation, and when it was time to get paid, my money wasn't in the bank. I was expecting to give me a nice size check, like 10 grand, and it wasn't there. Now, luckily, I had some money, in reserve, because I was in Mexico at the time. Oh, no. I was in, where was I? Yeah, I was in Mexico at the time. I said Jamaica, but it was actually Mexico at the time. And it was no way I was gonna go talk about my paycheck. And at that time, cell phone signals calls back to the States were horrible. So I had to wait until I came back. And then when I came back, my boss and his two partners sat me down and said, you know, we know what happened with those orders. You guys didn't really do those orders. And so what we did was we took all of those orders out of your tech numbers and put them under the company tech number. So I was like, so you guys can get paid all of the money and we can't get nothing. You'll keep the money, but we get nothing, all because we didn't actually connect the customer. But you didn't connect it. You didn't connect anything either. So how do you get to keep the money? That was my question. Well, you know, and they gave me some fancy answer. I said, okay. And that was one of the first times I just went to God, and I said, God, just fix this. Just fix this. You'll fix this. You'll figure out how to fix this. Right? So to get to the gentleman that was from Venezuela, he came to me and said, hey, I didn't get my paycheck. Even because not only did they held up that money, they held up our other money, the work we actually installed. So we're talking each guy who did a lot of work was due at least $3,000 each just from that, not counting the extra work, that extra work. So he was like, hey, you know, he came in there frantic about his money. He was like, I need the money. I got to send my money back to my family. They're depending on me. And I was like, oh, I'll get it resolved. I had it fixed by the next day. By the time I got back, I had it resolved and they got their money. But I was saying all that to tell you this. They're coming here because they need to come here to help. Because back home, things is not great. Now, here's the point I want to make. And I'm going to finish that story because something crazy happened out of that. Them being crooked, something crazy happened. So we sit here, we're living in this form of security and have all these expectations of things happening a certain way. We have this sense of entitlement. And we have people who are leaving their country. And the gentleman who told me how long it took him 3 to 4 days by a raft to get here. While people may make fun of that, it wasn't fun for him to come over here to be able to make money to send back home. And think about what he's leaving behind. He's leaving behind a mother, brothers, sisters, fathers, all of them. He's leaving them behind. So one leaves in order to help the rest of the tribe. Let me ask you a question. How many times have you even considered doing that for anyone? Leaving and coming to a strange land just to make whatever money you can make. You don't even know how much you're going to make, but you know you're going to what's on the other side of that ocean is better than what you got here. That's determination. That, tell you the truth, that's a millionaire mindset, that you will risk your life to get here. See, and of course, that's not what they're thinking. They just want to make some money, whatever that is. I remember when I lived in Atlanta, and when I did cable, there used to be a group of men from the Latin community just sitting there waiting for people to pick them up to do their labor work. And you can't get some of our people just to take out the trash. So when he was telling me all of these things, all of the story about the cable, what I told you about, his name escapes me. I see his face, but I can't remember his name. Still his story. I'm saying, you know, and then now when they get here, they're thriving, doing well for themselves. And this is not even their original country. And here in this country who have the opportunities to do something better, we don't. We don't. We make excuses. It's hard. They're prejudiced. They're racist. We don't even want to read to know things. You're here. You're born here with all of these opportunities. They don't even, they're over here. They only hear about the opportunity. They just only hear that it's some way to make money. That's it. And here we are complaining. See, that type of mindset that will just take a chance just to get out of that bad situation to make it better. See, they would have to see for them to make that decision in their mind. Just I'm gonna show you how the higher consciousness is working. They're working at a high level of motivation. They would have to know that it's better without experiencing it in the physical. In their mind, everything they're about to go through to get in here, whatever turmoil, whatever risk they're about to take, they have to keep that in their mind, locked in, to make it happen. And you telling me those New Year resolutions you made January 1, 2024, or December 31, 2023, you still haven't started? Why? Because you don't have the same level of commitment they got. You can't see it for yourself. You think about it, it's a passing thought, but the TV shows are more important. The entertainment is more important. Oh, just the bear just sitting around doing nothing is more important than keeping that idea that you said was $1 million idea in your mind, locked in to keep going forward. That's why I told the story. Because even for me, there is no excuses. Hearing his story, hearing the stories that I heard, I got no excuse. I was born here. With all of the opportunities they're coming to get. And they got them. They got them. They came, went through the struggles of what it took to get to a point, now driving around $500,000 boats. What's our excuse? When I think about it, it's like when you put yourself in a situation where you can see things from a different position, you start to realize the level, the game, the level of the playing field you trying to play on is too small. You know, when you have to share one room with multiple people, how many of y'all had to deal with that from this country? I never really had. I mean, the most people I ever had to had my brothers and my brother share a room with him. Not too bad. You know, but I'm forever grateful for the hospitality. I'm forever grateful for the opportunity that was given me to be able to officiate their wedding. Congratulations to them on their, joining together. And it truly was powerful. Just watching the community get together, and this, to be this thing was all planned in like 3 to 4 weeks. It's like it was on a whim at the last minute, so to speak, but it was put together beautifully. I think what I'm gonna see. I made a little video. I hope they don't mind. I put them on display a little bit because I'm truly proud of. I made this video here, and I'm going to share this. Let me first turn down this music. Here it is. Sometimes it takes a little bit to catch up. Come on, there we go. It's opening up now. There you go. I don't know. The music cut out at the end for some reason, but y'all get the point. So, if any one of you guys are wanting to get married, I don't fool with the license stuff, y'all. I do religious rites ceremonies. That's what I do. So if y'all want that, go to my website. I have to actually set something up where people can just click that and do that. And but it was a it was a very beautiful affair. It was, everybody was just unity. And we all know family do have their difficulties at times. And one thing I had to get used to was if I'm there and with people, I'm gonna help. Like, I tried to help out in the do some stuff in the kitchen. I was kicked out of the kitchen. No, you not. No, we got this. You go sit down. You want something to eat? Here, but give me food to get me out of the way. But it was all good, man. And then they all came up to me. His dad came, hey, you're family now. So that is now officially family. See, family is family is blood, but family is also the people you vibe with. That's family. So those are friends, and y'all know me for years. I don't make friends easily. I don't bring people into my personal space often because how people come in with bad intentions, but there's no bad intentions here. But anyway, so back to the cable story. I want to finish that story. So they basically robbed us of the money. So a few weeks later, this elderly woman calls in and says her cable wasn't working. And so when they went to investigate, Comcast went out to investigate why her cable wasn't working, since they put it in their tech number that they installed it, the company tech number, master tech number. They want to know why in this woman cable on, and you said you guys did it. And then that launched an investigation. They went and found all of those addresses, and they charged the company back for every last dime they tried to keep from us. Now, what I didn't say at the beginning when I started telling the story, when I at the part where they took it from me, I held one piece of crucial evidence back from them. In the conversation I had with Jill, and God bless her, may she rest in peace. She passed away a long time ago. She was a very good friend of mine. in the conversation I had with Jill, I said, I'm going to make sure I said, Jill, give me the addresses that we are getting paid for so that I can make sure my techs go out there and verify the connections. We had until the project was over. So the project wasn't going to be over until 2 weeks after I came back from vacation. But when they robbed us of the money, I told my techs to back off. Don't check nothing. You're not getting paid to do that. And so because of that, one customer caused an avalanche, and they got thousands of dollars charged back plus a penalty. And they were looking stupid. And they said, well, I can't, well, why you had it? I said, well, why would I tell my guys to go out there and do something you wasn't willing them to pay? Y'all should have paid them, gave them some of that money. I said, think about it. You were only giving us a portion of the money you were getting. They pay you, you pay us. All of us could have ate off of this if y'all had just been upstanding. But y'all wanted it all for yourself. So what happened? It was all or nothing, and guess what you got? Nothing. That's how it works. See, sometimes y'all believe people are getting over on you. No, they're not. It may look like that because you feel like you've been on the short end of the stick. But from that opportunity, from that situation right there, the regional manager over that area came to me and offered me my own contract because I was honorable. I wasn't trying to steal. Outside of that, because when they played me for the money, I said, I'm not working for this company anymore. But anyway, that's how it works. Sometimes you're gonna find yourselves in a situation where you feel like you're being done wrong, but actually you're being done right because it's setting you up for the bigger opportunity. So always keep your integrity. Always, never let your integrity go by the wayside, because integrity is all you got. Your reputation is all you got. And yes, being truthful and honorable will cause you to lose something short term only. And you lost that because it was protecting you for something bigger. And from that, I mean, I got lifelong connections in that community. Sometimes we talk, hey, Akeem, what's up? What you doing? Blah, 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 blah. You make connections. People who know my reputation, they call me, hey, this guy, he's dependable. And that's what you want to be. You want to be dependable to your people, to everyone. Like, I could tell Javier, he's dependable. He's respected by his family. Because if he wasn't respected, he wouldn't have got all of the support he did. Him and his wife wouldn't have gotten that much because of him and how they roll. He got respect. So I just want to say thanks, Javier, Nicole, and the family, everyone out there. Shouts out. So I'll be going back and forth to Miami quite often. Because I actually I can actually see myself living there. I like the atmosphere. I like the vibe there. Like I said, if I didn't have any ties or responsibility where I'm at, man, I'm gonna move to Miami. I'm gonna live there. That's how much I liked it. Like I said, I was only on here because I didn't do a show, and I just wanted to give y'all something. I didn't want to go almost 2 weeks without doing a show. Plus, I wanted to give Javier and his wife shouts out, congratulations, and they're gonna do really well. Prosperity is, they got it. And the reason why they're gonna have it because they made so many sacrifices just to get to where they are at a young age. They're young, and here we are, older folks. We're complaining. We're still waiting on Jesus to do it. Jesus gonna come someday. No, Jesus comes when you realize he already there. He's in you. That's when you realize, when you wake up. That's when Christ arrives. That's what them biblical scholars forgot to tell you. Christ arrives when he wakes up in you. All right. Well, it's 8:45. I'm a little exhausted. I don't know why. I mean, they had us sitting on the tarmac for almost over 2 hours because of some storm got here. It was dry as a bone. I didn't even see. We had some turbulent clouds, but it was not raining anywhere over here. I like they were saying. I mean, they held us up. I don't know. I looked at the weather map. I didn't see. I don't know what was going on over there. But anyway. All right. I think I preached enough. Like I said, y'all don't have excuses not to succeed here. When you see people struggling to get over here and they get over here and they're making it and they're doing better than our communities. What's your excuse? None. You ain't got no excuses. You can make up some, but they're not real excuses. Because the adversity stories that I heard ain't nothing compared to some of the ones we telling over here. No excuses. All right. That being said, peace, prosperity, and extreme wealth to everyone.